Brown Water describes in great depth the riverine war fought during the Vietnam War, a form of combat that transformed Vietnam's rivers from simple natural features into decisive strategic spaces where control meant influence over movement, supply, and survival. South Vietnam's geography, particularly in the Mekong Delta, was dominated by an immense and intricate web of rivers, canals, marshes, and flooded rice fields, making waterways the primary routes for transportation and communication. For the Viet Cong and North Vietnamese forces, this environment was ideal for guerrilla warfare. Rivers allowed them to move troops, weapons, food, and intelligence quickly and discreetly, often hiding supplies in floating vegetation, underwater caches, or riverbanks reinforced with tunnels. Civilian life and military activity were deeply intertwined, as fishermen, farmers, and traders used the same waters that guerrilla units relied on, enabling the enemy to disappear into the population and strike unexpectedly. In response to this challenge, the United States and its allies created the Brown Water Navy, a specialized force focused entirely on inland warfare, marking a significant departure from traditional naval doctrine centered on large ships and open seas. The Brown Water Navy operated a variety of vessels specifically designed or modified for shallow, muddy waters, including patrol boat river or PBI units for fast patrols, swift boats for coastal and river missions, armored troop carriers capable of transporting infantry directly into hostile zones, and heavily armed monitors equipped with cannons, machine guns, and flamethrowers to provide fire support. These boats formed mobile combat platforms that could penetrate deep into contested territory, escort convoys, establish temporary fire bases, and support joint operations with Army, Marine, and Special Forces units. Daily operations were extremely dangerous and psychologically taxing, as crews navigated narrow waterways bordered by dense jungle, where enemy fighters could launch ambushes at point-blank range using small arms, rockets, grenades, and mines hidden beneath the water's surface. The constant threat of sudden explosions or unseen snipers created an atmosphere of permanent tension, where every bend in the river could mean death. Riverine warfare also blurred ethical and strategic boundaries, since distinguishing enemy combatants from civilians was often impossible, leading to mistrust, fear, and moral ambiguity that deeply affected soldiers and sailors alike. Major operations such as Game Warden and Market Time initially focused on patrolling rivers and coastlines to disrupt enemy logistics, while later campaigns like Sea Lords aimed to assert aggressive and sustained control over vast river systems by combining naval patrols, ground troops, and elite units in coordinated offensives. Despite overwhelming firepower and advanced technology, American forces repeatedly discovered the dominance of the waterways was temporary and fragile, as guerrilla forces adapted quickly, avoided direct confrontation, and returned once patrols withdrew. Brown water warfare ultimately became a powerful symbol of the Vietnam War itself, a conflict where technological superiority struggled against an enemy deeply rooted in its environment, where rivers served as both lifelines and battlegrounds, and where the complexity of terrain, population, and unconventional tactics challenged traditional notions of military victory and left a lasting impact on those who fought within its muddy, uncertain waters.